The Clockmaker's secret. In 1898 London, fog clung to cobblestones like wet wool, and horse-drawn carriages clattered past gaslit shops. 10-year-old Charles Finch didn't care for carriages, he cared for clocks. Not just any clocks, broken ones. While other boys played football in the sooty alleys, Charles sat cross-legged in his grandfather's tiny workshop. Finch and Son timepieces, surrounded by gears, springs, and the soft, rhythmic heartbeat of 100 timepieces. Grandpa Silas, with spectacles perched on his nose and oil smudges on his cheeks, taught Charles the language of ticking. "Every clock has a soul, Charles," he'd say, polishing a brass cog. "Even the broken ones are just waiting to sing again." But one blustery afternoon, a mysterious package arrived, no return address, wrapped in oilcloth and tied with twine. Inside lay a single, impossibly intricate pocket watch, its face blank, its casing etched with constellations Charles didn't recognize. Grandpa's hands trembled as he held it. This is the Ethelred chronometer," he whispered. "Lost for a century. Said to hold the heartbeat of time itself." That night, as Charles cleaned the watch under lamplight, a tiny gearno, bigger than a ladybug, popped loose. He fumbled, and it rolled off the table, straight into a crack in the floorboards. Charles pried up the loose plank, expecting dust. Instead, he found a hidden compartment holding a map drawn on vellum, showing not streets, but stars, and a symbol, a clock tower with wings. The next day, Charles followed the map through winding alleys and across the foggy Thames until he stood before the old Royal Observatory in Greenwich. But the map led him not inside, but to a forgotten garden behind it, overgrown with ivy. There, half buried in moss, stood a small, ornate astronomical clock. Its hands frozen at 11:59. Its face was cracked, its gears rusted silent. As Charles touched it, the blank pocket watch in his pocket grew warm. He placed it against the clock's face. Light flared not, electric, but golden, like captured sunlight. The rust fell away, gears whirred to life, and the clock didn't just tell time, it unfolded. With a soft click hiss, the clock's face swung open like a door, revealing not machinery, but a swirling portal of starlight and ticking echoes. Through it, Charles saw a breathtaking sight, a city built on clouds, with bridges of moonlight, airships shaped like dragonflies, and towers crowned with spinning ories. Ethelberg, the lost city of clockwork astronomers. A small figure tumbled out, a girl his age, dressed in silver-threaded robes, her hair braided with tiny chiming bells. She clutched a broken astrolabe. "You found the chronometer," she gasped in accented English. "I'm Lyra. Our city's great clock is failing. Time is leaking." She showed him. In Ethelberg, rain fell upwards, teacups refilled themselves before being emptied, and baby phoenixes hatched from eggs that hadn't been laid yet. "The chronometer is the key," Lyra explained. "It must be placed in the heart of our great clock to reset the flow. But the portal only opens for someone who understands time, not just measures it." Charles looked at his oil-stained hands. Then, at the silent, broken clocks back home, he understood patience. He understood that a tiny gear could hold a whole world together. "I can help," he said. Hand in hand, they stepped through the portal. Ethelberg was even more wondrous. Up-close gears turned in the sky. Constellations shifted like clock faces, and time itself felt soft, like velvet. But the great clock in the city's center was dark, its central pendulum still. Charles didn't need tools. He needed listening. He pressed his ear to the cold brass, hearing the faint, arrhythmic stutter of its heart. He saw the problem. A single hair-thin spring, bent out of true, with the gentlest touch learned from years of coaxing life back into Grandpa's broken clocks. He straightened it, tick-tock, tick, T-O-C-K. The great clock roared to life. Light surged through Ethelberg. Rain fell down. Teacups waited to be filled. The baby phoenix chirped happily in its newly laid egg. The city sighed in relief. Lyra hugged Charles tightly, her bells chiming a grateful tune. "You didn't just fix a clock," she said. "You fixed time." Back in foggy London, the pocket watch was just a watch again, its face now showing the correct time. But Charles knew the truth. That night, as he helped Grandpa wind the shop's clocks, he noticed something new. The oldest grandfather clock, usually stern and steady, gave a soft, almost musical chimer sound, suspiciously like Lyra's bells. Charles smiled. Time wasn't just seconds and minutes. It was connection. It was wonder hiding in a broken gear, a hidden map, or a city among the stars. And as long as someone listened closely, the heartbeat of magic would always tick on. Outside, the London fog seemed a little less grey, and the stars above Greenwich shone just a little brighter, keeping time with a secret only Charles knew.